from the Three Rivers Casino Resort Sports Desk, KEZI 9 Sports with Cameron Durbin.
It's almost playoff time in Oregon for high school basketball. Every win, every loss in league play matters now more than ever. And just down the road, Willamette High School, Coach Danielle McBride and the Wolverines know they can't take any team lightly down this regular season stretch. In the Southwest Conference, the Wolverines currently sit just one game back of South Medford after losing to the Panthers last week. Now the Wolverines have another tough matchup in front of them this Friday with Grants Pass. Knowing that a loss could potentially put the conference title out of reach, that a win could keep that dream alive.
We take it one game at a time. We are not going to overlook anyone in our league, no matter what the score is the first time we played them, because teams can sneak up on us.
Yeah, it's very important. You can never overlook a team, so we just got to make sure we're locked in for every game, especially South Medford. But there's other teams as well that are good, that can come up and sneak up on you. So we have to make sure that every game we're playing our hardest.
You're not going to want to miss this one. Number 4 Willamette, Grants Pass will be. You need to be there is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk tonight. Be there or be square. That's the whole lesson of the story. The Wolverines have not lost to the Lady Caverns since the 2017-18 season. Tip-off for this one set at 7 o'clock. 5A Churchill hosting 6A Roseburg tonight at the Lancer Dome. We start in the first quarter with Jace Litton. Thinking about it, you don't really have to think about it very much. Just let it fly. Kicks the scoring off with a 3-ball for the Lancers. Later in the first, Owen Bentia crosses up his man, drives, drops it to Caden Luther. The Indians are up by 3. Moments later, TJ Wright on the give and go puts the Lancers back out in front into the second quarter. Micah Mendoza spin cycle on the washing machine. Nice finish. Jace Litton gets the steal at half court. Just takes it himself. Lancers are still within 2. Now Micah Mendoza on the transition. Throw it down, young man. One-handed slam. Take another look at it. Moments later, 2 hands this time. Roseburg wins a tight one, 70-68 the final. Oregon and Oregon State out on the road for the men's basketball this weekend. Any weekend could prove pivotal from this point forward when it comes to making it into the show. You can't get to March without performing well in February. Both teams in Los Angeles. The Beavs get UCLA first. Oregon State out in transition early. Dexter Akano from behind the line. Nothing but the net. Even with the mask on, it's good. The Beavs are up by 3. The home team doesn't like it very much. Bona taking flight. Hit 18. Tied for a game high. Second half now. Bruins up by 5. Will McClendon over at the wing. You bet. The Bruins get a little too far out in front. UCLA takes care of the Beavs. Oregon State will get USC on Saturday. And speaking of the Trojans, Oregon got the best of them again. The Ducks with a 78-69 win in LA. Jackson Shellstad with another bigger than a freshman performance. 20 points, 4 of 6 from downtown. The Ducks get UCLA next with a chance to sweep the LA schools out on the road. The Seattle Seahawks entering a new era as they introduce Mike McDonald as the team's 9th head coach. He comes over from Baltimore, where he was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens. The Ravens had one of the best defenses in the NFL this year, played in the AFC Championship game, losing to the Chiefs. The Seahawks reportedly were willing to wait out for his interview if he made the Super Bowl. So he's a defensive mind and says he is going to call plays on defense. But what about the young, talented offensive roster?
Yeah, the percentage of when you run the ball and how much and all that, that's all adjustable. To me, it's going to mirror our football team. We're going to be a physical football team. We're going to have answers. We're going to try to be explosive and really do it and build it around the players that we have. We're going through the process right now of who's going to be, helping design that and ultimately calling plays. So to have a specific answer for you what it's going to look like, I can't do that now, but that'll come into focus here sooner than later.
So I remember when I was living in Seattle, that's where I'm from, Pete Carroll's been the head coach.
I was about to say, you're from the Washington area. Is it easy to imagine the Seahawks without Pete Carroll on the sideline?
It's really not right now, but I mean, it sounds like this guy has a lot to bring to the table. So
had an historically great defense this season for the Baltimore Ravens. So new things in Seattle. It's weird to picture, but it's probably the right move now.
We'll see how he does. All right, Cam, thank you. Stay with us. More news after the break.